Hey, what's up? Good, good, good. Was it from a 480 number? You called from your cell phone or a 480 number? Okay, I didn't even see that in my missed calls at all. Um, okay, okay. hmm Yeah, I'm good. I'm about to live stream in a minute here. Uh, Live stream. No, no, no. I'm not busy, busy, but I'm just saying I'm just getting it up now. Um, 902. Mm-hmm. What are you doing later? Yeah, what are you doing later? Okay, so you're not coming out. Okay. No, I mean, I'm just like, who's coming out? Nothing after the live stream. Nothing after the live stream. Yeah, I'll tell them that about 11. Well, I'll probably go to the Champions for like a little hot minute. But if you, I mean, if you were coming out, but I mean, if you're not coming out, then I'll probably just go have like one beer, grab something to eat, and just chill. But I'm happy I got my website up. Oh yeah, 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 I got that. Yeah, I'm so happy about that, man. I'm just the only thing is I gotta get my WordPress is a blog site, but they also do GoDaddy does they do websites as well. I got it through GoDaddy, and because I was on TV, I always see that Go Central, and then I was like, okay, can this work with YouTube AdSense? You know, for the payment part of things. And, the Ghost Central thing did not work at all with that. So I had to actually purchase like a SSL certificate, a security certificate, and then I just bought the website and the domain for like a whole year. So I was just like, all right, whatever. You know what I mean? But I just said, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and get this thing off the ground and not even play anymore. Just get it done. Thank you, thank you. I designed it myself, with a little bit of knowledge, my little HTML knowledge and stuff like that. But yeah, it's not too bad. It's pretty. I won't say it's easy, but it's if you just do your due diligence and probably plug in some YouTube video, look into some YouTube videos and stuff like that. There's a bunch of videos out there to show you how to do stuff. So yeah, 11 sharp. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if it's cool. I mean, I understand. If yeah, 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 it's cool. It's cool. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, yeah. Well, hey, it's business. hmm I'm focused. No, I said I'm focused. I'm just focused on my business. You know, that's more than yeah. So I'm trying. I'm trying. It ain't like I said, it's under construction and it's a work in progress, but I think it's coming out okay. I just got to get my PayPal buttons up and stuff like that and everything. I got the business. I got the business part of things up, and you know, and then like in I guess like in 2 weeks I'm gonna file this under STEM with Kieno. Will be a limit liability company, and open up a little bank account and all that and everything to connect with the PayPal and just keep track of things. I guess I gotta get, what's that accounting software? I forget what it is. It's some popular accounting software. Okay, but I got 4 in the room now, and let me go. I'll call you. At any rate, I will call you. All right. Bye bye. Hello, hello, hello. Who's in the room? Who's in the room? I'll call you. At any rate, I will call you. I'm just hello, hello, hello. Who's in the room? Going through the emails, and looks like we got 4 in the room. And people in the room, if you would just go ahead and put your location and test that you're preparing for. We have some good news. Well, I have some good news. Um, Tyler, how you doing? Oh, QuickBooks. Thank you. Tyler, you overheard my phone conversation. Part of that is I have and I'm going to put the link in the on the message board. But I have a website now. Okay, that is the website on the message board. It is under construction, so at this point, don't really like, oh, this doesn't do this, this doesn't do this. Um, it's under construction, and it's a work in progress. But I think it's coming out okay. Um, so uh, I do partner with another website that I primarily, when I do my billing for tutoring, but eventually that is going to be a thing of the past, and I'm going to be breaking away and going on my own, and I'm kind of excited about that. So I'm happy that I have the website up. What you'll see on the website, and let me just, what you see in the upper right-hand corner, you'll see some lines like that. That is a drop-down menu for the menu bar. I'm typically used to having a long menu bar going across the top, and then with your home page, and then about us, etc., and so forth. But the drop-down menu will be in the upper right-hand corner of the screen. There's going to be blogging about people that are in flight training. They just give you guys tips and tricks as far as what flight instructors look for, and to just keep you sharp. So I mean, we'll still be doing, and the STEM with Kieno.com. STEM stands for science, technology, engineering, and math. If you look at the slider or the header that slides, you'll see all the topics that my team, and we tutor in, and you know, so that's why we went with science, technology, engineering, and math. Um, I am the lead tutor because I am the aviation and military test prep expert on that, military, and as well as math and physics. I specialize in a lot of things if you guys are having issues. But you know, that's pretty much, the good news. New website. I'm pretty excited about it. Actually, when I get done with this live stream and then the Google chat, I will actually be jumping right in it and adding content and everything. Because the funny thing is, I actually had the site, and then I was like, oh man, I got to set up an AdSense account, and I actually got rejected for the AdSense account because I don't have enough content for some type of like web crawler to kind of, I guess you got like a web crawler that goes through all your pages and stuff like that and actually sees what your site is about and stuff, so they can, you know, I guess match you up with the proper ads. So I'll be busting my hump adding content and everything like that, and it'll be a lot of different things in the blog section. So, like, if you're looking for the blog section, in the upper right hand menu, you'll click it. You'll get a drop down menu about us, what we do, testimonials, and stuff like that. So you can see what people that have tutored with me, what they say about me, and stuff. And I think anybody that's been watching me for a while, they pretty much know what I'm about. I'm about helping people get those really, really high scores so you can compete and qualify for, the upper echelon of jobs um, in the armed forces and stuff like that. And particularly um, the, uh, what am I trying to say? Particularly the um, pilot side of things, be it fixed wing or rotary wing. So I'm not going to run my mouth all night this whole time, but I'm just checking. All right. So to all the newcomers, this is how this works. Um, you will have your test prep book. All right. Wrong one. Okay. Oh, this is live stream offline. Okay, there we go. Looks like we're back. I don't know why we got interrupted, but we did. So Tyler is in the room. Who else is in the room? Okay, so yeah, that's the update. Our new website, stemwithkieno.com. So I mean, you can kind of, I guess, go through it a little bit right now, but it is under construction. It's not fully, um, it's not up fully, or I don't have, you know, I don't have most of the content that I want to put in the website. But like I said, there's going to be more. So just save that and come on back. Make sure you visit and stay in touch for all you guys that are testing, and specifically, math, science. Anybody taking the SIFT, the ASVAB, the ASTBE, the OAR, or the AFOQT. All right. So, all right. Tyler, you're studying for the ASTB. Who else is in the room? Don't be shy. Um, and so, Tyler, yeah, so this is how this works. You will have your test prep booklet. Now, what I encourage you to do is to go through it. All right, go through it. You will not, thank you. You will not understand everything in the book, but most of the stuff you probably will understand. And basically, what I need people to do that come here, because I have clients, they pay, but this is a time when they can come in for free and have me cover questions and stuff like that. And basically, what I do is, when you go through the book and you'll come up on topics or questions that you don't understand, and here's where you bring them. All right. So primarily, this is for my clients, and they come here and they just like, if they do like at least two sessions with me, or if they do one session with me, that's cool too. You know, I'm not going to be like, you didn't do more than one session with me, I'm going to go nuts. I'm not going to do that. But anybody that is preparing for this test or whatever, if they do a session with me, then this is kind of like a freebie and stuff like that. So, with that being said, um, and the Barron's book it's okay, honestly. I've been preparing people for these exams for like 10 plus years, and the publishers, they still have a lot of old information. I guess they're updating, but the thing of it is that they, they had some recent changes, and physics, particularly, or in the mechanical comprehension section, a lot of these tests have changed. So it's pretty hardcore too as well, and especially if you're taking the ASTB. Um, but that's why I'm here. This is what brought me out, because the books, I've been tutoring, on these for these tests for like about 10 years, and then all of a sudden the tests they started going left on us, or my clients and I, and I'm like, oh, what's going on? So what happened was, as a process, what I started doing was I started funneling. Okay, well, not the particular what exactly did you see, but what type of questions did you see? Because you're stressed out, nobody's going to remember exactly. Oh, I saw, you know, this runner is running at this speed, and this runner's running at this speed. Who's going to hit the finish line first? Um, Nobody will be able to come up with that detail being under that much stress. And a lot of people, they find me after taking, like, say, for instance, the ASTB twice. You only have one more shot. The FOQT and the SIF test, you've taken it once. You can only take it one more time. And so, um, what happened was, over the years, what I started doing was just zeroing in on different types of test questions, be it, oh, I saw a lot of fractions, or I saw a lot of simplifying radicals, or I don't know, arithmetic sequence or geometric sequences and stuff like that. So that's what prompted me to start doing videos and showing people, rapid ways of executing problems. Because you're going to have to be a good test taker, or you should be a good test taker. And a lot of people are not. Some people have anxiety and stuff like that. And then, they're not very good test takers. Just to be in a room doing a proctored test kind of like throws them off. So as a result, what I do is I actually put you or simulate testing conditions where, there's a time you're being timed, and you have to execute these questions rapidly. So I give you tips and tricks to make that happen, and that's what my videos are pretty much all about. Um, let's see. So I'm still sending out. Um, so if there's any type of questions that you guys would like me to cover, just feel free to go ahead and jump in. Anybody that's been in here before, Kari, she took and she passed the OAR. She's taking the aviation information and nautical section this coming Monday, I think, and stuff. And she passed. She got a competitive score, and you know, I'm very very excited for her because she was very very active. She's actually working tonight, And so, because normally she would be in the room automatically, like that's like almost guaranteed. And anybody that's in the room, please hit the like button for me, and you know, let's start getting into some of these questions because we have about 38 minutes. And then after that, the first hour is always live stream like this. And then the second hour is actually, if you're interested, you could do a Google chat. Yeah, she is good. She is good. And she got her competitive score that she was looking for. And she had been, using my tutoring services. Um, she hired me, and hey, I got her in, or I helped, because most of this stuff is question on a separate note to the PBMs. Yes, it does. Spatial apperception, from what I understand, is not being used by every testing site. And what they do is they, uh, in that PBM section, um, some people, everybody hasn't transferred yet, so that depends on, and your recruiter can give you more information on that, or your OSO, because some people are just going in through a recruit, like they have the degree already, they're going through a recruiter, and then some people are Navy ROTC. So I think it's good to be familiar with both. I actually have a spatial apperception video that is very, very helpful. So basically, no matter what you're doing, I make sure you're squared away on the UAV section and the PBM. Now, unfortunately, the UAV section and stuff like that, I kind of I reserve for my clients. Um, and you know, whoever's new in the room, if you could just hit the like button, and please indicate your location and test that you're preparing for. And then you guys can ask questions if you're having issues with anything. That's what I'm here for, you know. And it's really a shame because people, they know about my live stream, they come in and they don't get the maximum use. If it was me, I would have been going through this book all week long. I'd have been going through this book all week long, and if I saw something that I didn't understand, I would just put a check mark to it. I put LS for live stream, or I would just put Ask Kieno or whatever. Check mark, put a check mark, whatever works for you. I prefer Ask Kieno. That's my ego messing with me. So yeah, let's go ahead and get some of these questions in. All right, Texas AFOQT. The AFOQT is a lot easier than the ASTB. Uh, so, because some people, and honestly, you also have to look at all your options. What do I mean by that? What I mean by that is, okay, I wanted to fly in the Navy. I'm just saying, hypothetically, if you wanted to fly in the Navy and maybe it was like your third time taking the test. All right. So you scheduled it, and what I do not recommend, because a lot of people, to have like a month out for the test, that is simply not enough time to study for it, to prepare for the ASTB. Unless you're some type of engineering student, like I think one time here we had Catherine. Catherine is like killer, killer. Uh, she's very, very good, and she has a lot of I forget what type of engineering she was in, but very analytical mind. You have to analyze these questions, you have to set them up, and you have to execute them. Um, and it's just that's just what it is. But back to what I was saying is that if you, let's say you took it, you extinguish all three of your tries, and try Air Force. You know, it's military service, and me personally, I think that the Navy and the Air Force are the best two branches to kind of be in. Um, And people, anybody that's prior service, they'll probably back me up on that. Um, Unless we have our dedicated Marine Corps. Um, to my I'm sorry, you're new to the room. Send it to my email, which I just posted. So you can take your book, you can take your smartphone, Android or iPhone, and just take a picture, and hopefully it has some really really good clarity. Some people, you know, they they send me pictures that are like super blurry or bad. I guess pixel quality or whatever. And it doesn't come out well. So then you can either type it in, um, or you could do like a screenshot, or and email it, to save it as a picture and email it to me. So there's many ways to get the questions to me. Um, Checking the email, still no questions. And the fewer people in the room, the more of an advantage you have, the more leverage you have in taking advantage of this. Because if there's only a couple people in the room asking questions, as opposed to sometimes when there's 12 or 13 people in here, um, you know, I try to be evenly distribute my attention to everybody that comes to the stream. And I thank you guys for being here. Again, the latecomers in the room, uh, I have a new website. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. I think they're coming up with some type of unmanned aerial vehicle type of deal. I mean, they have it for the officers, I believe, but I think a guy called me. He was an enlisted guy, and he was like he was in Alaska, and he was preparing for some type of test or something. So while it wasn't actually, I think it'd be pretty cool to fly drones. Um, you know, hey, you got to weigh all your options. So again, if you've extinguished now, what I prefer, the optimal situation is if you meet me before you've even taken the test. Had a lot of space in between, the current time you contact me and your test date. Or I recommend be like, look, don't even schedule a test date, because I let my clients know when they're ready. And you know, um, it's just a better situation, as opposed to, dude, I took this test already. I just stumbled across your videos, and I have a test in 2 months or a month or something like that. It's going to be really too much cramming for the ASTBE or the OAR in the Navy or in Marine Corps and Coast Guard. Now, if you're taking the AFOQT, I think that is a lot easier to prepare for, just based on, you know, the types of questions and things of that nature. Okay, let's see here. Okay, so it looks like we got a question in the room. In the meantime, also, so you guys are new in the room. That is my brand new website. It's under construction. Just kind of glancing at the question. It is under construction. It is not fully operational yet, but it will be. Hopefully, by the next time I live stream, it'll be up. But there's the address: www.stem, STEM, with Kieno, KIENO.com. And that's for anybody, math, science, physics, whatever, as well, in addition to military test prep. All right, so let's look at the question. And actually, it's the Baron's book. So the question is, which of these is an example of similar figures? I would have to go with A, similar figures. Meaning that they're the same, but they're just scaled down. Our answer selections include A, plane and a scale model of that plane. B, pen and pencil. C, motorcycle and a car. And finally, D, an equilateral triangle and a right triangle. A is the correct question. Pen and pencil is wrong because a pen could possibly have the little thing that kind of exposes the head of that pen so you can write and then you can retract it. Or it may have a cap on it. A pencil would not have that. So the figures will not be the same. Motorcycle and a car, I would say no, because a motorcycle and a car, the mass that they have is just projected in different ways. And you can see that, by its physical appearance. And then an equilateral triangle and a right triangle. An equilateral triangle means that all three sides are equal. Equal sides, equal angles, 60-degree angles to be exact, inside the triangle. Each angle, all three angles are going to add up to 180. The right triangle, one side is going to be longer than the other, and then you're going to have a hypotenuse, which is the longest side of the right triangle. That's my response to that question. Let's see here. Moving right along. Got 27 minutes in the live stream. So let's get in those books and ask questions. You guys got me. There's only a couple people in the room, so I would recommend that you guys take maximum advantage because it's a free session. So you're not on the clock. And sorry, I have a question from another source. Would it be right to ask? Is Matt? Sure. Is Matt? Yeah. That's why you come here. And while I'm very good at math, do I know everything? No, I don't know everything. I don't claim, oh, I know everything. Sometimes you will ask questions I will need to do research on that question. And then I bring it up in the next live stream. I email it to you as well if you provide me with an email. And then I normally put it in the next live stream or two. Because sometimes you guys come up with some really, really hard questions. And like I said, I don't know everything. But I know how to get ASTB scores up in the 50 range and 60 range. That I do know. So go ahead and ask your question, Tyler, and we welcome you. So you could either type it in, or you could send me a photo. So it's up to you, bud. However you want to deliver it, you have my email, KIENOTHOMAS at gmail.com. Yeah, I think that's it. You never email yourself, so sometimes you got to think about it. But www.stemwithkieno.com. And I'm proud of the way the site is coming along. I'm not going to talk about the site, but I'll plug my definitely going to plug my site, my website, and stuff. And like I said, it is under construction, so it's not fully operational. But check it out. You can look at it and you can see some things in the direction that it's going. In addition to that, there's going to be a blog, and always when you send me questions, please tell me what the answers that are associated with that question, because these are multiple choice tests and we need to look at all the information. Sometimes we solve a question backwards. So you can send me a following email with A is, B is, C is, D is, E is. However it's formatted. So in a way, we can start, and you can send me the answers in the meantime. Oh, and also for the new guys, I was just telling about the website, the drop-down menu for, normally there'd be a menu bar, home, about us, contact us, all that stuff. There's a little square in the upper right-hand corner. You click on that, and you'll get a drop-down menu for the other pages. And stay tuned. Always check in with that blog for the latest information that me and my clients come up with on these tests. The SIFT, ASVAB, ASTBE, OAR, and AFOQT. So, okay, and we'll get to that, Osvaldo, in a second. All right. So, we have person A, and we have person B. And there is a job or task. We'll just say job. One less letter. So, there's a job and task. Now, individually, these two people can perform the task in a certain amount of days. All right. So here's how we start to approach this. All right. A person can complete a project in 20 days. So this guy can complete the project in 20 days. Person B can complete that same project in 30 days. All right. And they both start working. All right. So collectively, there's one job, and there's a formula I have in my what's the formula for Celsius from our temperature stateside. All right. There's three different types of temperatures that you can convert to, and I'm going to get into that. Um, I'm just looking for the. Give me one moment, because there's a formula that I have on file to rapidly help you execute this. Mm-hmm. Ah. Just digging in my files. And I see a couple more questions that have come in. I will address them. Hmm. Where are you? Hmm. Alright, and it seems I cannot find it. Alright. Let's see what we got here. Probability. Okay. So our options are 18 days, 19 days, 21 days, and 22 days. Okay. So I'm trying to remember how this formula went. Equals 1. And I'm just going to play with this for a moment. Matter of fact, hold on. I think I know where this file went. Okay. So this is how we started out. Not ones, but X's. Because person A can do the job in 20 days. And we have to put unknowns up here because this guy does it in 20, this guy does it in 30, person B. So that is the equation. So what we need to do is we have to get rid of the denominators. And I am looking for the lowest common denominator, which will be 60. So 60 is going to be multiplied by both of these. All right, so it'll be 60 times this and 60 times this. This is the lowest common denominator. If I triple 20, I get 60, and if I double 30, I get 60. So 60x is the lowest common denominator between the two numbers. So if we do that, then what happens? We get 60 over 20 plus 60 over 30, and that is going to be equal to 1. Now, to reduce these fractions, all we need to do is kill the zeros. So we'll have 6 over 2 plus 6 over 3 equals 1. Or no, actually 60, because we're multiplying with each term, keep it in proportion. So this is going to actually wind up being 3, and this is going to actually be 2, and then that's going to be equal to 60, and actually these are x's, so this will be 5x equals 60, and x is going to be equal to 12. So together as a group, they can get this job done in 12 days. All right, so now this is what happens. All right, so now that we have that, and this is DVRable, so you can come back to this and look at this again. But to go into it, person A can do the job in 20, person B can do the job in 30. And then what we do is we set up our fraction x over 20 representing person A plus x over 30, completing one job. And then what we do is we find the lowest common denominator, which is 60. If we triple 20, we get 60. And if we double 30, we get 60. So what we're going to do is multiply each item by 60, and that's how we come up with 60 over 20 plus 60 over 30, and then equals 60, which I put here. Now these are just fractions, 60 over 20. I kill the zeros. When I reduce fractions and they both have the equal number of zeros, then what we do, we can slash them off and do our division individually. And there should have been x's here. I apologize. So then when we get here, we basically work out the fractions and we get 3x plus 2x equals 60. Combine like terms, we get 5x equals 60 and x equals 12. So as a group, they could do these things in 12. They could do this job in 12 days. Now, after you figured that out, A and B start working on the project, and A quits 10 days before the project is done. All right. So 10 days before the project is done. So that means together, collectively, they've worked only 2 days. All right. So 2 days they worked together. All right. So if they work 2 out of 20 days, then that means that 2 days and 20 days, 1/10 of the job got done. So 9/10 is left. All right. Where did I get 1/10 from? Because they did 2 days together over 20. No. 2 days together. They worked. It took them 12 days to complete this. All right. So that will be 1/6. My apologies. So 1/6 of this job is done because they worked on it together. So now, who continues? Person A quits 10 days before the project is done. How many days? So we have 2 days already. All right. Now, we've only got 1/6 of that project done. All right. So now we got to look at 5/6. That is what's left of that job. All right. So now, if this person B can do it in 30 days, we got to look at what 1/6 is. 1/6 is 5 days. So them working together is the equivalent of 5 days of work being done. And let me see. The closest answer I would come up with is D. All right. Because if they were working together, they were going to have this thing done, and they were going to have this thing. Well, they worked 2 days together. All right. So that means they had 10 days of work remaining if they did it together. And since we got 1/6 of the job done, we have to look at 5/6 of that job being left to be completed. Now, my numbers kind of come out to like 25 is what I'm thinking, but 22 is the closest answer that I could come up with. I would do some more research on this because I didn't nail it solidly. 22 days. I'm thinking like 25, but let's see, 5 days, 1/6, 5 days. Normally you could do it in 30 by itself. 5 days, 25 days. I'd say it's closer to D. What does your answer say? All right. It's 18 days. All right. So, X over 10. Okay, the 10 days got subtracted. All right. So even still, okay, I see the math that you presented. So let's look at the problem. All right. You guys got all that. All right. So what they came up with is we have x over 20. That person A quit, and x over 30 is equal to 1. But what they did was person A quit 10 days before the job got done. So we have 20 x over 30 equals 1. So we have to define x. Now, I'm still going to have to multiply 60 by each term. All right. So 60 distributes into this, and let's see what we get this time around. All right, 60x minus 600 over 60 plus 60x over 60, not 30, equals 60. All right. Now we have 60x and 60x, which is going to be 120x minus 600 over 60. 60 divided by 120 divided by 60 is going to give us 20x minus 10 equals 60. Or actually, this is going to be equal to 10 because whatever we do on one side, we're going to have to do on the other, and 60 is on the other side. So we divide the whole thing by 60. And that would make x equal 20x. If we added 10 to both sides, that will make this cancel out, be added to that. 20x equals 20. All right, so I'm going to have to do some research on that. Because I don't know how they got it either. All right. So Osvaldo has a question, and next week I will have the okay. We are going to do the temperature conversions next. All right. So it's not too bad. You would either be converting Celsius to Fahrenheit or Fahrenheit to Celsius. Typically, when you hear the weather guy say it's going to be 80 degrees outside, they're talking Fahrenheit. So basically, if we want to know Celsius, and I'm on the wrong formula. If we want to turn Fahrenheit to Celsius, and I'll put degrees Fahrenheit to Celsius. So let's say the weatherman says it's 80 degrees outside. That would be in Fahrenheit. So T sub C, Celsius, is going to be equal to T sub F minus 32 times 5 over 9. All right. So this is the temperature in Celsius. This is the temperature in Fahrenheit. The weatherman tells you it's 80 degrees 80 degrees outside, which is Fahrenheit. So we'll have 80 minus 32 times 5 over 9. All right, and we subtract 80 minus 32. All right, so we will have 48 when we subtract that, and then times 5 over 9. Now this is a whole number, and it's really 48 over 1. We just multiply it directly across. 40, 9. We come up 2, 18, 6, 0, 6, 7, 63, 7, 26, 4, 6, 0. So this is going to be a repeating decimal, but it is 26.6 degrees Celsius. 26.6, or you can round it up to 27 degrees Celsius. All right. Let's try another one together, guys. And everybody will all do it together on our own. Let's say the weatherman says it's a little bit colder. Let's say that weather person says it's 68 degrees Fahrenheit. And we want to change it to degrees Celsius. Again, the temperature in degrees Celsius is going to be the temperature in degrees Fahrenheit minus 32 times 5 over 9. So again, in this case, the weather person says it's 60 degrees Fahrenheit outside. All right, so 60 minus 32. All right. So we're going to have 28 degrees times 5 over 9. Again, this is a whole number, so it's 28 over 1. 28 times 5. Mm, 3, 2, 10, 8. 140. 10, 14. Now, according to 60 minus 32, I made a mistake. I said 68 degrees. All right, so 68 minus 32 will leave us with 28 degrees. Well, I said 28. 28 times 5, 44, 10, 14, over 9. That is, I'm supposed to come up with 20 degrees Celsius. Unless this is a typo. 68, yeah, 70 is 21.1 degrees. All right, let me work with a solid number, like 50 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, I see what I did wrong. And I apologize for this. I've been up all day working on this website, and I'm a little fatigued. 9 over 5. So it's 9 over 5. So Fahrenheit minus 32 times 9 over 5. And that makes more sense because 28 times 9 2, 7, 18, 7 is 25. Two, 18, 7 is 25, 257. Then we divide by 5. And that zero. 68, 70, let me see. I'm gonna get a calculator. All right, 68 should come out to 20 degrees, guys. What are you guys coming up with? Just type in your answers. All right, that is the answer. I've been up working on this website and I'm fatigued. I sent the problem. Okay. So that's the answer. Is everybody clear on that? 20 degrees Celsius, guys? Just hit clear. Type clear if you guys understand how Mr. E got that. And Mr. E, type in the formula as you understand it. For the fraction part, just put forward slash. How about the other guys in the room if you understand it? How you arrived at it, or if you got 20. Okay, good. All right, which is why you should always have a good night's rest before you test. But I've been going nutty all day. All right. Okay, we're at 10 o'clock, and actually we're at 10:05. And if you guys want to come to the live Google chat, just type in your email. And again, yes, they will. They will. All right. Here's my site. Just check it out. Keep in touch. And please post or please send me your email. So if you want to come into the live Google chat. All right. So I'll wait for those emails and look forward to seeing you guys in the live stream. Again, I gotta plug my website, guys. STEM, which means science, technology, engineering, math, with Kieno.com. See if I got all that. All right. All right. All right. Tuesday. Wow. Okay. Well, let us know how that comes out. I definitely like to speak with you. I have your email, and all right, guys, take care. I don't think it was that awesome. I'm just tired. All right. Swallow. All right. Good night, man, and good luck to you, bud. And anybody, just kick whoever's coming to the live chat. Just kick me your email. Kick your email to my email. All right. And again, we're here every Friday night, 9 p.m. to 11. 9 to 10 is the live stream, and the Google chat is from 10 to 11. Normally, we're a little bit behind schedule, but we're going right into it. And again, if you come here and you see this later, you can just send an email to kienothomas at gmail.com and join in the Google chat or the Google Hangout, and we can just jump in. All right, thanks for watching, and have a great night. And I'll make sure I get more sleep next week. Well, my website should be completed by next week, so I won't be struggling with that. All right, guys, take care and have a great night.